Today we're going to determine if 503 is a prime or composite number. First we're going to talk about what a prime and composite number are. A prime number is a number that is larger than 1 that is only divisible by 1 in itself. A composite number is a number that is the opposite of that. It's divisible by 1 in itself, but also other numbers. An example would be 8 or 9. Here I have factors listed from 1 to 22, and I stopped at 22 because any number larger than 22 multiplied by itself is larger than 503, so that's why we stopped at 22. So we know already that 1 is not a prime number, and for us to decide if 2 goes into 503, it has to be an even number. Go ahead and mark off every number that is divisible by 2. So I'm going to go ahead and mark off 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 22. Next, we're going to look at 3. So we know a number is divisible by 3 if the numbers add up to 3. And 5 plus 0 plus 3 is 8. So 3 does not go into 8. So we go ahead and mark off 3. And with that, we can mark off anything else that's divisible by 3. So we can mark 9, 12 was already marked off, 15, 18 was already marked off, and then 21. So the numbers we have left are 5, 8, 11, 13, and 17. And we know that 5 is not a factor of 503 because the last number is not a 5 or a 0. So we can go ahead and mark off 5, and 10, 15, and 20 are already marked off. So last numbers we have are 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. So we have to test those to see if they are divisible by 503. They go into that. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide each one into 503. So we're going to start by doing 7, which is divided by 503. So 7 goes into 50 7 times, which is 49. That is 1. So then we'll bring down the 3. And 7 goes into 13 one time. And when you subtract those, you get 6, with a remainder of 6. So we know 7 does not go into 503 evenly. So let's try again. Let's try another one. So we're going to go ahead and mark off 7. Our next one is 11. Let's go ahead and do 500. So 11 goes into 50 4 times, which is 44, which has a remainder of 6. We'll bring on the 3, and 11 goes into 63 5 times. So we'll do 5, and then 55, and then we'll subtract them, and then we have a remainder of 8. So we know 11 is also does not go into 503. We'll go ahead and mark off that. And then next we're going to do the number 13. So we'll do 13 goes into 503. So 13 goes into 50 3 times, and that would be 39. And when you subtract them, you get 11. And we'll bring the 3 down. So 13 times whatever number goes into 113. And we can try and see what number that would be. We can start with the number 8. That would be 4, and a 2, and then be 104. Okay, so we know that that goes into there. So we can do 8 and 104. Okay, and then we're going to subtract that with a remainder of 9. So we know that 13 does not go into 503. The next number we're going to do is number 17. So we're going to do 17 going into 503. And 17 going into 503 goes in twice. And 7 times 2 is 34. And when we subtract that, we get 16, and we'll bring the 3 down. And then 17 times a number is 163, and that number is 9. And when you multiply 17 times 9, you get 153, and with a remainder of 10. So you know that 17 does not go into 503. Go ahead and mark that one off. Last one we're going to do is 19. So we're going to divide 19 into 503. And we know that 19 multiplied by a number has to be lower than 50, and that number is 2. And 19 times 2 is 38 with a remainder of 12, and we'll bring the 3 down. And 19 times the number, we'll do 6, is 114. And when you subtract those, you get a remainder of 9. So you also know that 19 does not go into 503, meaning all of these numbers do not, meaning that 503 is a prime number.